Okay, so we've done some more cutting. I had to do some more cutting over here. And now today's episode is really going to be, Derek really wants to know. Okay, so I can't do this. Oh, shoot. You gotta be kidding. Change the live stream to from unlisted to public. Nobody's watching. Okay, now we've got people. Okay, good afternoon. Okay, this is another hour show, 1 hour. I'm going to go till 4 o'clock, and basically I'm going to be doing the first paint job, just to give people an idea of how this thing will start to take form once it's painted. And So we're going to paint. And all we're doing is just giving it and this, you can use any paint. Okay, you don't have to have any specific paint. I just have a ton of old paint. This is just kind of like a gray or a tan. And then we're just going to do this, give this one coat. And all we're doing is we're just going to paint it, basically. I mean, we're giving it a primer, kind of. It's going to be, this is kind of like a primer coat, okay? That's all we're doing is giving it a primer coat. All right? So you're just going to, like you would paint, you're just going to paint this. And I put it on liberally because we want to cover all the nooks and crannies. Okay, that's all we're doing is we want to cover all the nooks and crannies. And by painting it, you want to get a lot of paint. You don't want to skimp the paint because this is very porous. This foam is very porous. Okay, and you just want to give it a good coat, basically. A good coat. All right, a good coat. All right, that's all you're doing is you're giving it a coat. That's all you're doing. Because you want it thick, baby. You want it thick. Now, by painting it like this, you're going to see a lot of holes in the foam, which then when you put the flocking down, that will cover a lot of these flaws. See all the holes here? Can you see all the holes there? You see all the holes? Well, once you get the primary color down, then what you do is you can flock it. You put shrubbery, and that will all get cleared up later. A lot of holes in it. There's a lot of holes in it. I forgot. This is one thing I forgot about this foam. It's not as dense as the other foam that I used. And when you cut it, there's more holes in it. I'm gonna have to figure out something here. Because this paint's not gonna. And you got to put the paint on liberally. You got to put it very thick, because this is your first coat, and then you'll. I want to airbrush it the second coat to get into all the crevices. Okay, so this again is the first coat. Now, if you notice, there's a lot of holes, okay? The Loctite foam is not as dense as the other foam that I used to use. And therefore, I'm gonna have to put a coating on this to cover up a lot of these holes. And that's gonna be fun. See that? Isn't that awesome? What do you think, guys? Let's see what are the comments. See what Brown can do for you? Man, if Bryan had it, he should be using it like a brown track or something like that. Excellent, looking good. Layout is coming along. I'm just giving it the primary coat. This is the primary coat, or the not the primary, it's the initial coat. I should be able to get this all done in 1 gallon. telling you, this is going to look awesome when I've got this all flocked and everything. When I do the green coat, oh my gosh, this is going to look just absolutely phenomenal. That's all I can say. So if people are doubting me, don't doubt me. Now, again, this is the primary, or not primary, but this is the first coat, all right? And then this has to dry, and then I'm gonna do little tiny cuts to make sure everything is done. And then I'm gonna do a green paint, which is gonna be over top of this. There are a lot of holes. I'm going to have to make this compound to fill in all the gaps. Got to make this stuff to fill in all the gaps. Okay. This is the, that's the peanut version. David and Frankie in the shed. Okay, so there's not a lot of work to do today because I've got to paint this and then it has to dry. Okay, so what we're doing is the foam that I'm using. I'll show you the two different foams. You've got great stuff. This is a denser foam. Okay, it's harder to cut, but it's denser. Okay. And then you have the new foam, which I've been using. This expands a lot and it's easier to cut, but it's not as dense. And so there's more, as you can see a lot of holes. You see all the holes, you can see all the little holes everywhere. Now, how we're gonna fix that is, I've got this, it's kind of like plaster of Paris that we are going to use to get to cover a lot of these. Come on up here, guys.
It's just me, Dave. Not David. Frank. It's just me.
in this bag here.
Where's the,
Don't touch that because it's dripping here. So, this is a little cheaper. It's called Great Stuff. I've been using it and done. Stay away from the layout because it's wet, okay? I've been using this for years. Actually, I've been using it for almost 40 years. I did my first layout, well, I can't tell you. I'd have to kill you if I told you. And therefore, so this is just the first coat, okay? But it gives you an idea. It kind of sticks out now, and you can see exactly how awesome this is going to be when you're driving your slot car. And then as we get more detail, the trees, the grass, it will start popping out rocks. I'm going to be putting rocks on it. So we are just doing the initial paint job. Unbelievable. Okay, I'll get a little closer so you can see what I'm talking about, how all the, you see all the little holes? Well, that comes from when I cut the foam. See right there? And the only way to fix that is you use a thicker paint that will cover those holes. And yeah, some of the paint's on the floor, so careful. See how all the little holes, everything? But at least this gives you a good image of this layout, how awesome it looks. That just is so sweet. I'm telling you, this is gonna be great. Holy guacamole.
Dad, when are we gonna build a robot? You said we're gonna.
Robot. I've already built one, Frankie. It's you.
Oh.
You are my robot.
I meant you and me build a robot.
Okay, Frank.
When?
I don't know.
You took long, David.
Oh, I need a handful of dough.
Mom's already done.
There's no dough left?
Nope.
That's a lie.
That's not a lie. Just ask her to make you go.
Okay, this is Bryan Young, and this is another episode of the 4x4 layout. We finished the foaming, and now we are on the first coat of painting.
David, get up here.
Okay, and then once this is all painted, we'll do another paint, which will fill in all these little holes you can see here.
What are you doing?
See
Why
all
are you
the
doing
little
those
holes?
cookies?
And this will all be
it's not
done in a
dry
couple weeks. Please stay away from the rag. It's all wet. Pick up everything on the floor, Frank. Get everything picked up.
David.
Check. David, come on, start picking stuff
Why
up.
is there holes in it?
Because that's the foam. There won't be holes when it's done.
Pick up, David. What are you doing?
Stay away from the layout. It's wet. Oh my
I'm going
goodness
under
gracious.
it, not
This is the
behind it.
4x4 layout. It starts like this. Goes under, over here, down there, under the bridge. Comes out of here, under there, around there, over there. Watch out, now this is wet here, guys.
Huh.
I was moving it so you can see what's under it.
This is wet, look. This is dripping.
That's on top.
All right, fine.
It's not on the floor.
And this is another video, Bob, the ProTinkerToys 4x4 layout display for HO slot cars. It's going to be called the Rally 4x4 for rally cars. Now why that doesn't focus, I have no idea. And this is the first coat, basically. Alrighty. Okay, it's Bryan Young, and this is another episode. And we will now I gotta wait for this to dry. Another short episode. This is another short, let's the fun begin. Fingering the paint. Frankie, please.
Frankie, please what?
Great stuff. Yes, it does expand a lot faster. Yes, it does. More 3D. Yes, it does.
Why did you put...
It does have a much better
Where's
image.
the dustpan, Papa?
Look at that, how awesome it
What does that say, Dave?
Where's the dustpan?
looks. What's that say? What's that word?
Let the fun begin. In
Fingers. Oh my gosh, Frank. Watch out, David, that's wet.
I didn't touch it. Is that paint?
No, it's not.
That's not paint. What is it?
David, what?
What is it?
It's paint.
Well, you could have just said that.
I did, but you said, is that paint? And I said no.
Well, then you didn't say it was paint.
Oh my gosh.
Frank, why are you not working?
What do you mean?
Get back to work.
Why do you don't use the saw, Dad?
The saw?
Saw.
Why would he use a saw?
Because more faster.
I think of box cutters.
Oh, this is sweet.
What's wrong,
Great
Dad?
stuff, yeah.
You need a hug. You haven't had one in a while.
Hey, go get me one of those cookies.
Okay. You said 2 cookies?
One.
2.
One.
Okay, my wonderful wife made me peanut butter cookies, which are the best cookies. There are 2 great cookies. There are peanut butter cookies, and then there are pumpkin cookies. Sugar cookies are great if they're done right and correctly. You inspire me to go downstairs and fiddle with. Yes, that's all I want you to do is fiddle. Is you want to fiddle with your racetrack. That's why I do this, is for you guys to fiddle. Now, these are the correct way to do a peanut butter cookie. You flatten it with a fork, and then you put sugar on it as you dip it into a fork. And the only type of peanut butter you should use is the crunchy peanut. I hope she used crunchy peanut butter, not soft.
Creamy. Extra creamy.
Extra creamy.
You want extra crunchy.
Dad, stop acting like it's the best thing you've ever had in your whole life. Most tip-top cat said you inspired me to go downstairs and fiddle with my track.
And you already said that.
Dad, it's not that good. You over there?
Frankie, leave it alone. Go away.
Yeah, go away, Frank. Dad's having this moment eating the cookie.
Okay, I'll go and respect the time.
Hey, Dad, what if I touch your paint track? Are you gonna help me or not?
What?
You gonna help me or not?
Frank, you're supposed to be, there's stuff over there.
Where's the thing there?
Pick it up with your hand.
You don't need that broom.
You don't need the broom. Leave it alone. Please go away.
Why? I wanted to have the moment with you.
It's small. We can vacuum it up.
No.
Yeah, it's small enough to vacuum it up.
Frank,
What?
bend over and pick it up. That's what you don't want to do.
Yeah,
Bend
big
over.
back.
Yeah,
Big
way
back,
out.
big
Yeah,
back,
okay, we got.
big teeth.
Unbelievable.
Remember that cat guy video that was trying to steal the package? Rob Noble said, I'm tinkering, where's my race car? Dad, someone said, Bryan, you look like you're ready to fall asleep.
I am. I'm tired.
That's why they said that.
4x4 first paint job. ProTinkerToys, 1/64th layout.
It doesn't smell like paint. Stop, shut up. Why are you on the floor under the table?
Oh no.
If I got the floor under the table.
ProTinkerToys.com. ProTinkerToys.com. (1/64th layout). 1/64th layout.
Jack, I know you're gonna be in the Minecraft movie.
Yeah.
But we still have no idea what you're gonna look like. But I made a prediction.
Yeah, very talented artist. I definitely knew it was me as soon as I saw it. I can neither confirm or deny that that's exactly how I look.
Jack, I know you're gonna.
Frank, can I ask why you're on the floor? Unbelievable. Get up, Frank. You're lazy. Unbelievable. The things I have to deal with.
Remember when Frank got stuck in the car? We had to drag him out.
No.
I remember that. Yeah, when we went into not
Homemade peanut butter cookies.
That's a homemade.
It does. This is really sweet looking. Frank,
What?
get out of here. You're done. Get out of here.
Okay, bye bye.
Not you, David.
Aww. That is not dead. Why?
Don't need to be.
Why have to stay?
Is that a rock?
I know, Frank. It's a living toad.
You're a living toad.
Thank you.
The ugly toad.
Aw, but toads are cute. So why did Frankie get told you?
Because you came late.
But I did most of the work and Frank didn't do anything. So, Dad, why haven't you opened the pool yet?
Well, first of all, it's still April,
Yeah, wait a minute.
okay? And we still have cold days to where all the heat, you don't have any days over 70 or 80 that are going to get the pool temperature high enough to keep it cold or warm. And that's not going to happen until June. I'm going to have it all ready by May 1st.
Is May 1st when it opens?
May 1st is when it's all going to be cleaned. And if you want to swim in temperature of that magnitude, you can. I don't recommend it,
In 92.
but you can do whatever you want.
92 degrees you don't recommend. That's what I heard.
Okay.
92 degrees.
All right. Well, if you want to be silly, I'll let you do that.
So we can't swim in 90 degrees. So 90 degrees, Dad. You shouldn't swim. 90 degrees is really hot.
Can I beat you up?
Yes. Later. Dad, why do you never shut your door? How many potholes you gonna put in, Bryan?
No, those potholes aren't potholes. Those are all going to be covered up. All those holes will all be covered up on the second coating. All right, guys, all that will be covered up on the second coating. It'll all be covered up on the second coating.
What do you mean? It's not covering up.
This isn't the second coat. This is the first coat. It's got to dry.
When's the second coating?
When I get done with this, when this dries.
What are you gonna use the second coating?
I can't tell you that. I'd have to kill you. And I don't want to kill you right now.
How would you kill me?
All right, guys. So thanks a lot for watching the 1 hour live stream. This is the 4x4 layout. It's the build by build. Go watch the other 4 episodes or 5 episodes. This is episode 6, I think. Go watch the other episodes, which will give you details on how I've built this. And this is going to be the best layout I've ever done. If you want to buy one of these, you have to contact me. It's $3,500. You get a race set. You get 2 cars. You get everything. Looks.
$3,500.
Yeah, this is for somebody that's got money and they don't want to do it themselves. They want to be done professionally.
And then be lazy.
No, not really. They just want it done. There's a lot of people out there that don't want to do it and they want to get it done. And so they can have me build it for them.
It's for lazy people that don't want to do it.
David, that has nothing to do with
But
it.
they want it.
I'm not talking to you. So this is the layout. This is the first paint job. And we will continue doing more pictures and videos. And we will see you tomorrow morning. We got a big show tomorrow morning, 9:30. You don't want to miss it.